This band does. All the rest don't.
How much is technology crept into your shows now that you're doing it 20 years on? How different is it?
I think there's a distinct lack of technology that shows you don't need all that crap. Lots of bands have acres and acres of gear on stage, and they end up sounding crap. We have no gear on stage, we sound great.
If you bother to look at the stage, you'll find out that it's exactly the same equipment we always use. The only real difference is that we have monitors this time. We can actually hear what we're doing.
Everyone's claimed credit for the Sex Pistols at some stage.
Yes, it's a shame, isn't it?
McLaren, Ross Stapleton's been named.
Who?
Never heard of it.
A publicist used, I believe, by Virgin at the time. Do you think it's time for you to put your names forward?
It's time for us to
Or deny it? Well, who really is responsible? McLaren claims it was
Look,
XID.
isn't it real simple? Just look at the record and see who gets songwriting credit. The end.
So it's just
That's
the songs.
it.
It was the songs that was responsible, not the image, not the publicity.
You can have all that imagery going on, but quite frankly, if there's no content, it doesn't last very long now, does it?
It didn't last very long, did it?
It lasted long enough, and we're here now, and you're here to see us. I think that's lasting quite well. Thank you very much.
Have you sorted out all your problems?
It's a success that we dragged you off your fat asses to here, isn't it? Welcome to the Millionaires Club, boys and girls.
Have you sorted out all your problems with Malcolm McLaren?
Sorted out what?
Your problems with Malcolm McLaren?
We've got no contact with him at all. We haven't got a problem with him. He might have a problem with us, but
It's insignificant. Always was to me. It's irrelevant. He's just a very bad manager.
Johnny, you're... Mr. Rob, Nick Penn here from the Today FM morning crew. Thanks for that. Are you anything more than just a bunch of tired old rockers cashing in?
come and see us and find out yourself.
Right, what plans do you have to make money when the tour ends?
Don't have any.
Maybe a sitcom?
Yeah.
Can I suggest the old ones? No?
I'm not even going to bother to deal with you and your cliches. Next.
Johnny, in February, I think you said that you'd made not a penny won and you hadn't got previously any respect. What's more important to you, money or respect, or are they on an equal footing?
I would think respect for me. I do have an alternative career. Very happy with my public image. Very happy with my solo project, which will follow this tour. Respect more than the money, always. I enjoy making music. It is my life, my hobby.
Philosophically, are you offering new young punk audiences anything new that they haven't heard before?
And giving them a chance to try this lot out. They never have before. The Pistols hardly ever toured, mostly because of ignorance of local councils or governments or whatever. We've a band from just about everywhere. Now, why, I've no real idea. I don't think what we've done is that offensive. It's just honest. Maybe that's
So far?
extremely well, surprisingly so. To my mind, I would have thought there would have been a lot of animosity because the press has been extremely bitter, particularly the British press. Once we got out of England, that seemed to have changed.
Bitter about the fact that you reformed.
Bitter about the fact that we ever existed. There's just such a resentment there. They just don't like the working class to do well at anything. You know, that's the trouble. We're upstarts, you see.
Johnny, you're...
We challenged the system and won.
Do you see anything in Australia's system to challenge?
I haven't been here long enough. That's your problem, not mine. I'll be gone next week. What you do is your own business.
What about
I'm
back
not
home
here to
then?
pontificate and tell you to, like, execute the government at dawn, but it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Back home then, I mean, is there stuff going on back home that that you want to re-examine? In other words, write new stuff?
If you mean about Britain, I couldn't give a toss about the country any longer. I left there a long time ago. Not much intention of ever living there again.
What about Europe then?
No, I don't like Europe either. It's dilapidated. There's a second-hand vibe about all of it.
Where do you like
It's
it?
worn out. I don't like anywhere, to be quite frank. I mean, that's, you know, probably my motivation. I've yet to find something that suits me.
Any punk bands now that you like?
Again, that's a label, it's a category, I'm not too interested
Well,
in
any
that.
bands
I
that do
like
stuff
all
like-
music and at the same time not very much of it.
What attracted you to work in that field?
They're mates of mine.
Why do you think our government should be executed at dawn?
Well, that's your problem, isn't it?
Because they're there.
I've not met a government that I think's doing a decent job. They're all liars. Politicians, by their very nature, have to be liars. Don't you think that's a tragedy? Or do you want it to stay that way?
So is anarchy the answer?